Gucci, my dudes. I remember a couple weeks ago, actually more than that by now, I posted a video about a couple cameras that I broke, one a few years ago and one more recently. Let's rewind the tape a little bit. The week before that, I got some new tires mounted on the 919, and I noticed that I had a bend in my front rim, and I'm like, I don't remember having that before. So here I am thinking that somehow the shop I took it to, instead of changing it myself, because I have no freaking clue how, or tools, I was thinking that they bent it because they're idiots. It's now over 2,000 miles later. I must have had that done for quite a while because it rides just the same, it holds pressure, so I just never noticed it before. So that's cool. That weekend, my basement flooded while I was at work. It had rained all day while I was away at work, and I came home to hear a chirping from my basement. I thought it was a low battery alarm on the smoke detector. Nope, it was a water alarm thing that I got from my insurance agent specifically for that purpose. It goes off if it contacts water. It had been going off so long that I didn't have the juice left in the battery to actually alarm. It would just chirp. So I spent the next 3 days taking care of that. Fortunately, most of any valuables were up off the floor. It's an unfinished basement. Still a huge pain in the ass and a lot of time spent, but it's all good. So the following weekend is when I recorded that video about how I shot my GoPro and smashed my DSLR. The day I recorded that video, while I was at work editing that video, I have a very boring job, my phone decided that it didn't want to charge anymore. I tried like 5 different cables, different chargers, different circuits. I reset it a billion times, wiggled the cables around, it just wouldn't charge. And of course, I only found that out when I had about a 20% battery. That phone did end up getting replaced under warranty. I did end up buying a wireless charger just so I could save all my pictures and stuff off of it. Alright, now, cut to about a week after I got that phone replaced. You may recall my last video about riding twisty roads and torrential rains down in southeastern Ohio. Yeah, at this point, I think 8-day-old new phone, completely fried, wouldn't even turn on. The only thing it would do is flash the flashlight when I plugged it in. That was not covered under warranty. I do pay insurance on my phone though, so I did save some money on the replacement. But just the fact that I had just gotten this phone replaced, and just over a week later, I had already killed it. And this time it was my fault for riding in a fucking rainstorm. Also, my Cena never turned back on. Shorty's got fried, throttle locks got fried, our friend Kyle's got fried. I think a few other people who had them going, theirs just got absolutely shut down. The good thing though, Cena actually replaced mine under warranty. Very few questions asked too. I said, hey, I was caught out in a rainstorm. It's never been an issue before. Within a couple hours of initially contacting them, I had an address to send RMA unit. Now the catch with this is apparently the 20S full set is back ordered. So I don't know when I'll be getting that replacement, but I can't complain too much because they are replacing it for me. All right, from there, skip forward another week and a half. My computer died, just up and out of the blue. I have a crappy old laptop. I was using it the other night and it just up and died. You know that sound that computers make when the hard drive just suddenly stops spinning? That yeah, it did that. It had been running fine all day. It was not overheating. It felt cool, so I started it back up. Ran for about a minute, did the same thing. From there on, I couldn't get it to get more than 10 seconds into the boot process without a hard shutdown. The good news is all my data on my hard drive should be good, and I do have backups and most stuff on there anyway. The bad news is it's something on the motherboard, and that's going to cost $240 to buy a new motherboard. The computer is not worth that much, and I can't afford to replace it anyhow. So now I'm using a 9-year-old laptop. It is physically broken and falling apart. The CPU fans pretty much run non-stop, so I'm pretty sure it's more dust than computer inside that case. And it runs everything slow. You know, think of your grandma's computer, it runs about that fast. So it's gonna be really fun to edit this video on that, huh? So then, like, literally the next day, I was out at work and my buddy who lives down the road from work had come by and we were just shooting the shit. Look at this swab, motherfucker. I've known him since freshman year of high school, so we've had this long-running joke that I just have the worst luck in the world, and which is evident by me catching every single one of these red lights on this stupid road. But anyway, he joked, watch, you're gonna go to leave work and your truck's not gonna start. And I almost didn't want to laugh, because if I did, it would probably end up not starting when I had to leave work. It did start, however, it was then that I realized that I have an exhaust leak somewhere because my truck sounds really loud. Wow, look, another red light. So get home, climb underneath the truck, and sure enough, the catalytic converter has rusted off. The entire back half of my exhaust system is just kind of hanging there, not connected to anything. Fortunately, I am a welder, so at some point I can climb under there and like weld a new exhaust flange on there and just bolt it back together. But that requires effort, and I'm a lazy millennial. Or at least that's what I've been told. So that takes us up to a couple days ago. So far, my horrible luck has not reared its ugly head. And this video wasn't meant to be like a woe is me, everything is terrible, first world problems, blah blah blah. It's just, it's really frustrating having most of my worldly belongings that I've worked hard to earn, and I don't have the resources to replace, all just break within like 2 months of each other. And of course, some of these things have been my fault, like the camera or the phone. Some of these have just been the cosmos striking me down with petty inconveniences that all add up to make me really sad, like my other phone or my basement flooding. That, and I needed to record something because I haven't uploaded it in like forever in internet time, so like a week and a half. It's just really frustrating not having any of my shit work. Oh yeah, and I have a shitty dead-end part-time job, and I can't get any full-time jobs to call me back, so I can't afford to replace anything until I get off my lazy millennial ass and get a job, like I've been trying to do for the past 4 months. But I'm gonna stop bitching now. I am grateful for the things that I do have and the opportunities that I do have. And you know, today seems like a good day to continue doing that. It's sunny, it's warm, I'm on my motorcycle. Things are good. I'll probably have a new computer by the time anybody sees this, just because this old one will take so long to render it. But either way, y'all take it easy. I'll catch you next time.